typical British reaction, some Brits attack the messenger instead of listening to the message. Okay, Trevor Noah insists he never said entire UK is racist after Rishi Sunak wrote. Comedian defend remarks about reaction to new Prime Minister's appointment after widespread criticism. I think somebody put a video somewhere, so there it is here. I didn't listen to it yet, but I saw it. Alright, Britain is a lot more racist than British media or government are willing to admit. Oh my god, during, there was a football match, I think, the UK versus Italy. Yeah, versus Italy. There were a lot of stuff that was being said around that time, because I think I covered some of them. Yeah, there were a lot of things going on around that time. Oh, where the players miss, and most of the players were black that missed the kickoff or something like that. I didn't watch the game. It was being discussed on Twitter, the racist comment that was going on. And then I think I brought in with Rashford, okay, who was feeding the children, okay, a black football player, feeding hungry children, do all sort of stuff. But this particular, the racist came out of the UK. Okay, I brought it up. It's on my channel. Okay, those who are racist in the UK should hold their heads in shame. Who the bloody hell do they think they are? It goes for them who think that they are better than anyone else. And this is why they're going hungry. They're focusing on their skin color. Meanwhile, the real issue that's going on in the UK, out the window. The royal family and the royal rats will tell them what they want to hear. Meanwhile, the government is vibing them off. Children not being fed. From what I understand, a lot of families in the UK are being fed by charities, soup kitchen or whatever they call them in the UK. Okay, those who are racist in the UK should, okay, that's that. Okay, the denial of their racism is a sickness in the UK. Absolutely no insight whatsoever. So in order for them to understand, like I've always said, they have to experience and feel it. Once you start feeling the pain of the same thing you're inflicting onto other people, that's when they will understand it. That's all I ask for, God. Let them experience it themselves. If they feel like it's so good to inflict those stuff onto other people, then they should feel it. God knows how to do it. I don't know how, but God knows how. Okay, I thought the original clip was excellent, funny, clever, and sadly poignant. Here's a reply to the backlash, just as good, if not better. All right, unpacking the backlash against new UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak between the scenes. Let's see here, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm gonna what do you call this? Stop in between.
Watching the story of Rishi Sunak becoming England's first Prime Minister of color, of Indian descent, of all of these things, and then seeing the backlash is one of the more telling. It's just one of the more telling things about how people view the role that they or their people have played in history. And what I mean by that is this. You hear a lot of the people saying, oh, they're taking over. You know, now the Indians are going to take over Great Britain, and what's next, and what? And I always find myself going, so what? No, but stick with me here. So what? What are you afraid of? Right, all of them. You see people in the UK, you see people like Tucker Carlson all the time saying, you know what they're trying to do? They won't stop until black people and women are in positions of power. So what? No, and I don't say that as like oh yes, let's do that, or not. I'm saying, so why are you so afraid? And I think it's because the quiet part that a lot of people don't realize they're saying is, we don't want these people who were previously oppressed to get into power, because then they may do to us what we did to them.
Wow.
Which ironically...
That's exactly that. And then the worst thing is they don't want to change. But the thing is that many of us are not as heartless as they are. We're not as heartless as they are. But let's listen. I need to stop somewhere.
It is not true. Go to all these colonies around the world. Go to all the places where the British ruled. Go to any country. Go to South Africa, wherever it is. Unless people are being delusional, people aren't turning on anybody. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like when black people come in. It's not like Barack Obama became president. It was like, all right, we're the white people. Time to show y'all what's up. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Yeah, and what did they say when President Obama was in office? Oh, he's gonna take away their guns and all of that. They make a big issue, but we know what were the point. You know what? Let me stop there. I don't want to go too much into politics.
People are complaining about this. I can't believe Rishi Sunak. You've got this Indian man who's now King Charles is still the king of Jamaica. Present day, he is still considered the king of. Think about that for a second. Still considered. And then people there are like, oh, you've got this person who is English, by the way. Oh yeah, but he's Indian, but he's English. Oh, I just don't. Like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think? Like, you're just giving yourself away. Sometimes you know what I mean? It's amazing when people say the quiet part out loud as well. It's just you expose yourself. Why do you care? Not about the qualifications, not about policies, not about views, not about anything. People need to ask, genuinely, people need to ask themselves that question. What are you most afraid of? Why are you afraid of power shifting to another gender or to another race? Ask yourself that question, because I think deep down inside, you'll find yourself admitting to something that you wouldn't admit otherwise out loud. That's all I'm saying. It would have been great if Barack did that, though, you gotta admit.
That is true. He should have, but let's continue.
Just to skip, it would have been a great, like, you know, imagine if Barack did that as he became president. He's like, you're now president of the United States. And he was like, all right, everybody, president of the United States, I'm Barack. And he's like, white people, start running.
Oh, that was something I was watching. I think it was yesterday. I was watching of President Obama. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's listen to this. Oh, they're probably gonna be some commercial. So when he was talking, some heckle come and talk. Let's listen. All right, there it is. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Because the #1 team in the country is playing on Saturday, and nobody wants to go up against the Dogs right now.
Come on, I hope it goes faster than that.
The reason I'm here is even simpler than that.
See, the thing is that there was a interview that they interviewed President Obama, why usually former president like to stay back, let the current president do his thing. All right, he responded to it in one of the interview a while back. But what's happening here now, he's coming out to motivate people to go vote for the midterm. The same thing that I've been saying. He doesn't want what happened during his election when he was president, 2010, to happen again. So he's out there, you know, advocating for people to go vote. Because the stake is really high. Even though we have President Biden in office, the stake is really high, very dire. I don't know if you guys heard what happened to Pelosi's husband. All right, so let me not go there, but let's continue. Listen. You see.
I am here to ask you to vote.
See, that's the thing here.
For your next Secretary of State, B. Wynn. For your next Governor, Stacey Abrams.
So he's in Georgia, that's what. Oh,
for Congressman Sanford Bishop.
He said in Georgia. The thing
and
is.
To keep the Reverend Dr. Raphael Warnock in the United States Senate. You don't have to wait for November 8th to cast your ballot. You can vote right now. Take a few minutes. Vote early at your polling place. They're open now until next Friday. Or you can vote at your polling place on November 8th. And if you're not sure how or where to go, just go to iwillvote.com. Let me repeat that, iwillvote.com. Find out where, make a plan. I love you too, but I still want you to vote.
That's the thing. Remain in focus. Voting is very important.
And after you voted, I need you to grab your friends and your family, round up Cousin Pookie, make a plan to vote. Take them with you if you vote early.
Damn, where's the point?
Take them with you if you vote in person.
All right, let me fast forward it. There was a part, there was a heckler.
And bring more good paying jobs.
Damn, that wasn't the one. The one that I was watching was much shorter.
Democratic leaders who believe that The freedom to make.
I'll leave that for you guys to watch somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
And other rules for everybody else. That's could be civil towards each other. And that's why I ended up getting a whole bunch of Republican votes. And after I won, John McCain, my opponent, graciously conceded, gave me a call, publicly wished me luck for the sake of the country. And there was a peaceful transfer of power.
That's the thing.
That basic foundation of our democracy.
Damn it, I'm explaining this too long.
Is being called into question right now.
That's the thing we're dealing right now.
Democrats aren't perfect. I'm the first one to admit it.
Damn it, where's the heckle?
Just like all of us, can make mistakes. But right now, with a few notable exceptions, most of the GOP and a whole bunch of these candidates are not even pretending that the rules apply to them anymore. They are just making stuff up. Last year, Stacey's opponent signed one of the most aggressive voter suppression laws in the country.
Okay, I can't find the spot where the heckler was heckling him, but you guys could check it. But he said, this is my point. This is what I was trying to make. There has to be civility in society in order for us to move forward. So we sort of hear a small part of it where he's saying he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the difference is the other group say the rule don't apply to them. We have to have a common ground. So where social contract needs to be in place, we follow it. So when the social contract disobey or someone then follow the social contract, when it's broken, this is where the problem is. All right, we have to have a common ground, a common law where we both know we must follow and respect each other. All right, the part that I wanted to share, I didn't want to waste too much time looking for it. So it's that video. That particular speech Obama was making, but the part where it broke down, it's a different network who just cut to the part where the heckler was there. But I don't see it. I don't want to waste time. So earlier when I was recording and I wanted to look for this scene, this part in the speech of President Obama, but the thing was too long. I didn't want to waste too much time while I was recording. So now I'm back to that particular area that I wanted to share with you. What sometime I mention on my videos where people lose focus on what really matter. All right, so let's listen.
Officials don't do more to explicitly reject that kind of rhetoric. If they tacitly support it or encourage their supporters to stand outside voting places armed with guns and dressed in tactical gear, more people can get hurt. And we're going to be violating the basic spirit of this country.
And well, let me do a quick little review as I'm listening to this. And the thing about more people who get hurt, throughout President Obama's presidency, throughout lifetime, and they've been trying to start some sort of a war, but the other side kept on ignoring it and focus on what really mattered. They've been really poking, like a civil war that they've been trying. They poke, but we keep on ignoring. But you see, when we keep on ignoring them and we don't do something about it, that was the result of January 6th. But let's listen. But this is the part. The main focus of this video that I'm showing you is the interruption, where you lose focus on things that really matter, and President Obama brought it up in that particular speech. All right, let's listen.
Yes. So, sir, wait, come on. But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation.
See? There's a distraction. People lose focus. Okay? Whatever he was saying, everybody lose focus.
I'm not. Sir. Come on. Sir, this is what I'm saying. Look, there is a process that we set up in our democracy. Right now, I'm talking. You'll have a chance to talk sometime soon.
That's the thing.
You don't have to interrupt each other. You don't have to shout each other down.
the thing is that they see, and in some shape or form, as hard as it is to be seen, we are making little progress. But for them, that little progress we are making, they will rather destroy everything for no progress at all. Okay, so let's continue. Listen.
It's not a good way to do business. It's that you wouldn't do that at a workplace. If you wouldn't just interrupt people in the middle of a conversation. It's not how we do things. And this is part of the point that I want to make.
There.
Just basic civility.
That's it.
And courtesy.
That's it.
Works. And that's what we want to try to encourage.
Basic civility, respect, understanding. That's all. They don't want to give that. All right. So let's continue.
So listen. That's okay. No. Wait. Quiet down. Look, listen. Hey, hold up. Huh?
You see what's good with Obama's group, and whenever he's speaking, you see all sort of race, okay? Different shades, including those people behind him. But let's continue.
Hold on a minute. Listen everybody. Hey, y'all up there, pay attention.
Remain focused.
Here's what happens, listen. No. I mean, this is part of, not only is this an example of what I'm talking about, but it's also an example of how we get distracted.
There it is. What happened, I've said this many times, especially in UK politics, once they see that they're losing their talking point, okay, they're losing grip, okay, whoever the main establishment, when they're losing grip, what do? They send a little distraction, a flare for people to lose focus. What is it? Racism in the UK. That's what I've been seeing. It could be other things, but from my perspective, from the outside, that's what I see. And this is how we got, the people in the UK got the kind of policies that's going on. No food on the table. They can't get decent meal. People can't pay their bills and the heating and all of that. And then when you see in the Sussex Squad timeline, we're talking about things, and then they come in and say, well, why are we discussing this when there's no food on the table? Well, you made your choice. Not all of it, not all Brits make the choices, but majority wins. You claim you are democracy. When you go vote, focus on what really matter. But instead, you're focusing on people's, throwing the how do you call this? People throwing the shiny objects, and then automatically you lose focus. You follow the shiny object. You forget that you had to pay your bills. You have to pay for your heating. You forgot you had to eat for your family, put food on the table. So you lose focus. So whose fault is that? I don't know. What did I call it? A distraction, the little light for you to follow to, which is racism. And you guys always follow on it. But guess what? The establishment remains. Okay? So Obama's gonna point this out, not in the same sense that I do, but him in a more political aspect point of view.
Suddenly y'all ever see that movie Up, that Disney movie? Right, remember that's dog and the dog's talking, and then Squirrel.
Yep.
He made me this color so that I may talk. Squirrel.
You see, he lost control. You see how he quickly get distracted? Squirrel.
And they turn and. That's us with politics.
There it is. Okay, let's rewind it one more time. When they say squirrel, they quickly, the shiny object that they always throw for you guys to distract you. So whenever they say squirrel, okay, they stop. All right, let's rewind it a little bit. This is us, many of us all around the world. We tend to forget. But the people who are in politics, who are in power, they read you guys. They read you guys how easily we all get distracted. All right.
That's us with politics. We get distracted instead of focusing on what's important.
That's it. All right. So this is the part that I wanted to share with you. And when the part where he's saying about Squirrel, this is it. All right. There's some part in here. I'm gonna stop in between because I don't want to get the flag for it.
Wonder who he belongs to.
Sit, boy. Hey, look, he's trained. Shake. Uh-huh. Speak.
Hi there.
Did that dog just say hi there?
Oh, yes. My name is Doug. I have just met you, and I love you. My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
You see? He lost count. You see how he quickly get distracted? Squirrel. Let's listen one more time. Squirrel. And he completely lose focus. Listen.
Smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good and smart.
That's what Obama was talking about. You get distracted. This is us. There's another scene somewhere here as well. Let's see.
Man, master will not be pleased. We better tell him someone took the bird, right, Alpha?
Mayhaps you desired it. Squirrel!
You see? They get distracted. They're in the middle of something, really focusing on the whatever it is that they're focusing on. Once they say squirrel, see, they all get distracted. This is us. Many of us in politics. Alright, what?
Mayhaps you desired it. Squirrel! Mayhaps you desired.
That's what President Obama was talking about. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Alright, I'm losing focus. Let's get back to the Sussexes. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I think I lose complete focus here. Next tweet. There's that.